I've been thinking a lot about flipping the switch. And when I say flipping the switch, I mean finding opportunity in our own lives. Finding moments where we can grow instead of wallow in our obstacles or sadness or whatever the case may be. I think that it's important that we take a second to back off and to practice objectivity a little bit. And I think that means removing you from the subject and seeing things for as they are. And a book I've been reading is The Obstacle's the Way. And I read it last year, but after going through a pretty big obstacle this year, probably one of the biggest ones I've ever faced in my life, it's made me realize that we need to appreciate the obstacle for what it is. That we are responsible for finding positivity within ourselves, within our own lives. I think it can be easy to get lost in negativity, to feel victimized almost, and to be upset or angry, whatever the case may be. I think that it's important that we find good in everything, and we're in charge of flipping that switch, and we're in charge of ourselves. And one thing that I like to think about is no one's coming to save me. At the end of the day, yeah, many people may walk the road with you, but no one's gonna walk it for you. So I think that we need to take a stand in our own journey. And it's difficult. It's not easy to wake up every day and to move towards becoming better, but it's necessary. And it's an acceptance, and it's saying, hey, I know not every day is gonna be perfect. I know I'm gonna be down. I know there's gonna be things that get in the way, and that's life. And I think that there's a lot of beauty in that. I think there's a lot of beauty in the person that keeps getting up. One quote I really appreciate and enjoy is that the fact that there's good in everything, if only we look for it. Yet we're so bad at looking for it, and we close our eyes to the beautiful gift that is the present moment. I think that every day we have that option. Every moment we have that option, but we use it. We lose it if we don't use it. You can do it right now. In this very moment, you can say, hey, I'm grateful to be here right now. And you keep building on that. You keep working towards who you want to be. You keep growing. You live in the present moment. You acknowledge the things from the past, but you don't dwell on it, because there is no past self to overcome. There is no future self to achieve, only who we are now, only the decisions we make right now. It's all a contribution to who we're going to be. I think that we really do need to smarten up a little bit when it comes to saving ourselves. When it comes to being aware of who we are. When it comes to protecting the only asset that we'll never get back, our time. We make mistakes, and that's okay. But we learn from them. We grow off of them. We accept them for what they are. And we choose to look at it in an objective way, removing us from the equation, and to extract meaning and beauty out of it every single day. And that's what I've been able to do recently. The obstacle's the way because it's taught me that. The obstacle's the way because it's allowed me to see that. It's allowed me to practice virtues that I appreciate, such as patience, such as being in the present, such as kindness to myself, to other people, to giving people a hand out, a hand up, just being a better person for myself, for the world around me. I know I can't go back. I know I can't change things. So I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to be upset about it. What I have is right now in this moment, and I'm here. I'm present. I'm grateful. I'm happy. And I know it's not a permanent emotion. I know there's days where it's just things are off. That's all right with me. What matters is making the most out of what we can now with what we've got now. And going on to the next day, going on to the next moment, truly thinking about who we are and who we want to be, and putting our best foot forward when it comes to ourselves, so that we can go to bed every single day and be like, hey, at least I'm a little bit better today. And that's what I've been thinking about a lot recently. I've been making these videos for over a year now, and I'm grateful I started. And I feel like I've been saying that every single video I'm on here. I don't care about views. I don't care about subscribers. It's not about that for me. It's about coming out here and speaking from my heart in an authentic way and being able to clearly communicate how I feel. I'm just me. I know what I need to do for myself to make myself feel better. And this is one of them, because it helps me practice my speaking, and it helps me practice what I'm feeling. Because I know I'm not perfect. I am far from it. And no one's perfect. I like posting on social media about my gym progress, stuff like that. And I know that there's people who talk trash, and it is what it is. But you will never in life meet a hater doing better than you. If you just keep trying, and if you just keep being yourself, and if you just ignore the noise, and if you just embrace who you are, and love who you are, and get to know yourself, and find purpose in your life, and derive meaning out of your actions, then you're on a never-ending forward progression of beauty, joy, and love. Because every day, every moment, every situation is an opportunity to do better, to do right by who you are, to evaluate your morals, and to just be you, and to express yourself in a real and authentic way. Doing these videos has taught me more about myself than I've known in my life. And God willing, I hope I have more to live. But I'm happy with where I'm at right now, and I'm grateful for where I'm at right now. There's days I know I could be doing more, but I don't dog on myself for that, because I'm trying every day, and I'm at least getting 1% better every day. Now, I think I still need to go harder, but for the first time in my life, in this last year or two, I've come to love myself, and I've come to accept myself. And I don't care about the negativity around me. I acknowledge that it's there, and I know that I'm not living in a delusional world where, hey, I'm trying to avoid the negativity all the time. No. I think it's good to see face to face with it, and to think about it, and to feel it out. But I don't stay in that stage. I try to take myself out of it. I've found things that make me return to myself, and I truly know myself better than I ever have, because I take the time to talk to myself. I think that we need to always treat ourselves like a friend, and the key message in this video is to flip the switch. To flip the switch means that you can change right now. You can do something right now. That's why if you're breathing, if you're watching this video, whatever you're doing, you can take a second to just do something for yourself right now. And that's what growth is. And a better life, in my opinion, is a bunch of those moments where you do good things for yourself, and we just keep stacking them.